morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Monday, August 13th, 2018. And today I'm going to talk just a little bit about the Lions and what I've observed from them so far this preseason. Everything up and to including the Raiders game that they played the other day. And we're going to get into that right after this. Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording live from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Monday, August 13th, 2018. And I want to talk just a little bit about the Lions and what I've observed, what a little bit I've observed. But before I get into that, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the cards that I have at the end. I have cards at the end of the video. And also, I have links in the description and to subscribe, and other links to various things that I do, stores and that sort of thing. And I have my affiliate link disclaimer in there. In other words, if you purchase something from one of my affiliate links, yes, I do get a commission. Anyway, and be sure to watch to the end, because I am going to do two shout-outs from Detroit sports teams channels that I watch frequently. Anyway, let's get into it. So far, what I'm going to discuss is what I like. There are things that I like and things that I don't like, and there's one area of concern, a major concern, that the Lions really need to address big time. Anyway, first of all, it appears that the Matt Patricia era, especially after watching what I've seen from the thing, is the Lions show it. I see a different team. It looks like they are going to finally have the running game, and they're going to be pounding the ball, which is something that I've been wanting to see the Lions do. For even when they've had Barry Sanders, they were more of a flashy style team. In the NFC North, and way back when it was the NFC Central, flashy doesn't cut it. And maybe in the West, when you have the 49ers and all that, but in the NFC Central, it's a meat and potatoes and a grinded out kind of division. If you're going to be flashy and fancy, you're going nowhere. It's part of the reason why the Lions are always in last place. They're trying to be too flashy. But it looks like finally Bob Quinn and Patricia have got it. They're starting. Bob Quinn has already said it starts in the trenches, and he's right. You get the line going, you grind it out, you pound it out, especially when it's late in the season and you're playing up in Green Bay in the snow. A good passing game is going to, and that's all you can do. You're going to lose to Green Bay every time. It's just or Chicago, wherever, New York, whatever. And in these cold weather things, you need to pass, of course, but if you cannot grind it out, just stick it to them, you're going to lose. And so that's one of the positives. It looks like it'll be exciting to see how the Lions do as far as the running. It does look like, and even the ESPNs and that they're saying, it looks like they're even starting to say something about it. Looks like there's going in the right direction as far as the running game. Nothing will be determined until the season goes. Obviously, is wait till about 3 or 4 games in the season and see where they're at. But they're heading in the right direction. Another thing I like is Patricia's style. He's playing a good poker game. He's not letting anybody know what he's only showing his lousy, the worst of the worst of the playbook. I mean, they're digging up the dregs. That's what they're doing. He's not showing where they're the top plays. That's good. And I also like the fact that he didn't play Stafford at all. He's seeing what he's wanting to see. And as far as that goes to my concern. It's the quarterback thing, but we'll get into that in a minute. So far, I like what Patricia's doing, and I have a funny feeling he's gonna pull out some surprises when the season starts. Now, when the preseason's over and I do my thing, I'm gonna do my regular season prediction, and I'm gonna predict them a loss every week. I'm gonna predict them 0-16. That's just the way I am, because I don't trust the Lions. Not yet. We need to see how Patricia does in the regular season, and not only that, we need to see how he does throughout the season. They need to be, in order to win the division, they need to be 12-4. 11-5 will get them in the wild card, and none of this 9-7 and 10-6 stuff. That's so annoying and so irritating. That's why I'm so upset with the Lions. I am sick and tired of this 10-6, 9-7. Oh, let's just squeak by and get in. That's the Caldwell. That's the past. I think we're onto a new era, and the only thing we can do is just see how things progress from here. But so far so good. And Kerryon Johnson, he looks like, I just hope they don't run him into the ground. Use him when and it appears that Patricia's going to go that way. They're going to have Kerryon Johnson. Then they're going to, of course, they've got Blunt. Then they Amir Abdullah, and actually he looks like he's fighting for his. If he wants to stay in the Lions, he's got his work to do. No more of this fumbleitis, and I think they've really put notice to him. And then you got Theo Riddick. So you got 4 of those. And what I want to see is more yardage. It doesn't matter about how much one person gets, but with those 4 runners, those 4 are going to be on the team. Sorry about the Zenner and Washington. They won't make it. They will probably be cut or released, and that's fine. But with the 4 on there in the season, with those 4 backs, what I'm getting at, you're going to hear the media say, "Oh, the Lions don't have a 100-yard runner." Even if they get 200 yards per game on the ground, that's what I want to see. Combined effort from those 4. So that's 50 yards a game for each of them. And they do that on a continue. That means they're pounding it out on the ground. That's what I want to see. And if one of them does have a 100-yard, great. But it needs to be an overall thing. Overall yard, just thump, 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 and especially when they play Green Bay, I want to see Green Bay in last place, something fierce, and that's what they need to do. So if one person gets 100 yards, or if it doesn't get 100 yards, if the combined running game all together, that's the important thing. And once they do that, then that's just going to open up Stafford. It'll be amazing. It'll just be amazing. When the Lions had Barry Sanders, I mean, they did have some good passing game, and they had a fairly decent offensive line. Now I was watching ESPN. They're saying, "Oh, the Eagles have the best, going to have the best offensive line in the league," which may or may be. I mean, I'm not going to say the Lions have the best offensive line in the world, because they don't. Okay, now let's get on to the bad things. The passing, the blocking. I know we didn't, and this is what, and there's going to be some offensive linemen that are going to just be gone, because from what I've seen, the pass protection on the pass plays was just pathetic. So it appears that they've been really getting the linemen to work on the running game, which is good, which is what they needed to do. Something Caldwell never did. But man, some of these linemen have got to go, because and another reason he didn't, that's part of the reason why Patricia didn't have Stafford in there, because I'm sure he was aware that a lot of these linemen really needed a pass, and he's not going to go out and have Stafford get hammered in a preseason game, and so he's going to see what these guys that can't protect the quarterback, they're out of there. And finally, the last thing, there's two areas what the Lions need. Their problem area is going to be at linebacker and a backup quarterback. And I'm not so worried about the backup quarterback because, first of all, let's go on that. Castle, Jake Rudock is still young. He needs to be on the practice squad, period. I mean, and hopefully Patricia will keep building him up. He will be a good quarterback eventually, but he's just not there. If something happens to Stafford, as it stands now, then you can count on the Lions losing all their games. With that said, that Matt Castles, he's just an ancient old man. He's got to go. He needs to retire. He's got to get him. He's either got to improve radically by next game. I mean, either that or he's got to go. But the thing is, like, the Jets have, I think they have 3 or 4 quarterbacks. I'm not sure, but what I'm getting at is it looks like the Jets quarterback, number 1, is going to be Darnold or whatever his name is. But they have Bridgewater, and what I'm hoping is somebody of a caliber like a Bridgewater or somebody else, because there's a number of teams with a bunch of quarterbacks and they're trying to figure out who they're. So some of these teams are going to cut a quarterback, and I'm just hoping, I'm crossing my fingers that it's the Jets and they do cut Bridgewater, and the Lions dump Castle, pick, let Bridgewater know that he's going to be a backup, but his job is going to be there to, in the event of a catastrophe, he's got to go out there and win. Convince him that it's going to be worth his while to be a backup, because without a good backup, with what they have, Stafford goes down, then basically the season's over. And also the reason I think Rudock should be on the practice squad is to open up another slot and put in. They need more linebackers. That's what I'm liking about Killebrew. Killebrew is so versatile. He'll be playing a lot of linebacker, I think. And he'll be rotating in different areas. But they really need to, and hopefully there's going to be some cuts along the way of a quality linebacker. I'm not too thrilled with who they have with their linebackers right now, so maybe they can get lucky in that area. Otherwise, they're going to get picked apart. I just don't see it. I just don't see it in their linebacking. The linebackers on the Lions, basically that area sucks. So anyway, I don't want to be too long-winded, and now I just want to get out the shout-outs here. You Should Know One. I've been subscribed to his channel for a couple of years now, and Everything King. I want to mention his channel because me and him seem to be on the same page on a few things, not everything, but some things we do agree on. Anyway, well, that's it. I just wanted to get this out. There's some good things on the Lions, some bad things, and if anything pops up in the off-season injury or some signing, I'll do a quick video on that. But for most part, I'm holding off, and then I'm going to do my predictions for the year. Again, it's going to be all with some really outrageous scores that would never possibly happen, but that's just me. That's my style. Anyway, I will talk to you all later. Have a good day.